first learned about Qobuz, I was very, very excited because in a world where there's a lot of content all the time, to know that there was now a DSP that is really focused on sound and high resolution audio, that's what I wanted to hear. What makes Qobuz different is the care and the attention and detail paid to sound, because that's what this is supposed to be about. We all know a lot of people who use the usual DSPs. I say, hey, you should check this out. And they're like, oh, I don't know about that. And I said, get this, you're going to hear the difference. As a kid growing up and listening to music, probably the biggest component of that, not just listening to the music, was reading the liner notes, reading who the musicians were on any given track. In fact, part of the nerd in me, maybe it comes with being a jazz musician, but we used to study what bands were on the record. We knew who wrote the liner notes. It could be Leonard Feather or Nat Hentoff or Stanley Crouch or whoever it was. Those type of details added to the lore of an album. It wasn't just that Miles Davis made a great record. It was a great record that Tio Macero wrote the liner notes to. It was made at Columbia Records 30th Street Studio, produced by Irving Townsend. We knew these things, and it added to the whole. It was almost like a movie, you know what I mean? Because you go see a movie and you see all this long list of credits that are almost like a third of the length of the movie. So as a kid growing up listening to records, I took those credits seriously, and I still do. And it frustrates me to no end when you go on some other DSPs and you can't find any info. Merci beaucoup, Qobuz.